Hello. We are here today with the semi-finals of the Forge. I cannot believe we made it this far. If you've been watching, it's been a very rocky season from start to finish. We had some rough weeks. There were times when I thought playoffs were completely out of reach. Our team has had and still has so many issues. We didn't do great at PRs. We had a very rough mid-season. And we had a pretty tough round one opponent. The match, even if it seemed less difficult than expected, was still pretty tough. And if I had made a few wrong moves, I could have been screwed. And now we're in semifinals against Noir. Big props. They drafted one of the most broken teams I've ever seen in low tier. I don't know how they got two 19-pointers, but they are using them. And they also got Registeel, which is insane in this format. It was actually what knocked me out of playoffs last season. So I'll be honest, I'm just terrified. It's a very scary match. They have, I believe, a record of 5 wins, 2 losses, and they had the round 1 bye because they are first seed. So we're facing someone with some heavy-duty skill, and we're going to have to bring our absolute A game. Otherwise, I don't know if we'll make it through. They're packing a team of Registeel, Yuxi, Blastoise with Shell Smash allowed, Entei, Linoon Galar, Gligar, Toxicroak, Rotom Frost, and Appleton. Now, first off, we're bringing Bird is the Word. They do not have a Rock type. Their Steel type, Registeel, has great special defense. If they want to run it full special defensive against us or anything like that, though, if they want to just have it be a focused Swallow counter, then they're probably forsaking a little bit of setup options. Registeel has to pick what it wants to do. Hazards, setup, all that. Plus, Swallow can turn on it decently easily into one of our other mons you'll soon see. We're running a super offensive build this week, you guys will soon see. Like, pretty much every mon on our team has great offensive potential and is going to be trying to plow through their team as quick as possible. I know I did this last week too, but I'm bringing it back. I'm bringing back the strat. It's the only way I can think of because they have such a powerful defensive backbone. Like Appleton, Gligar, Blastoise, Yuxi, Registeel in low tier. That's an incredible defensive core with Rotom Frost and Toxicroak even having their niches. So we'll just have to deal as best we can. With 172 speed, neutral nature, we can outspeed their entire team, like speed creeping Jolly, Entei. And Boomburst absolutely claps everything outside of Registeel. Like, even Spadef Yuxi, Spadef Gligar, they don't want to take a modest Specs Boomburst from a Swallow. It's a really solid set here, I think it'll do well. Next up, we got Meowser. So when I was talking earlier about us being able to pivot into something else and do big damage, this is what I was talking about. I'd say one of our biggest benefits from Meowser, I was originally not going to have them on the team. I was going to have Ferocity instead. Why I need them? Knockoff is insanely valuable versus them. Like, looking at their team, Knockoff just hits everything, and nothing wants to take a knock. Toxicroak, unless it's defensive, is taking huge damage. Even Appleton is taking pretty large damage. Registeel doesn't want to lose lefties, Yuxi doesn't want to lose lefties, Blastoise doesn't want to lose its item, Entei doesn't want to lose its band or its boots or whatever. Definitely Gligar ain't losing that, what do you call it, Eviolite, or it's screwed. So Knock is super valuable here. I then have Flare Blitz, Flame Charge, just to set up, because Dark plus Fire coverage hits their team really hard. If we can get them weakened, Max Attack and Incineroar plows through this team. Flare Blitz is also there because if they are a setup Registeel and they are rested, then we can just pivot in and destroy it. I mean, even with the Intimidate, we don't even really need it to be asleep. It can't hit us that hard back, like a Neutral Earthquake or Body Press. We can take one, though not well. This is pretty much our primary check to Rotom Frost and Appleton, though it's not terribly defensive. It can still take decent hits, but its primary role is just knock and then pivoting. Like stuff like Appleton, that's like the best wall for it. But I mean, knockoff into U-turn is doing really huge damage to Appleton, and then we can get in one of our other threats for pretty much free. Next we got a setup Lycanroc for Sona here. Life Orb with Stone Edge Psychic Fangs, Close Combat Sword Stance. That is not Psychic Fangs, that is Ice Fang. I have the wrong move. It doesn't get Ice Fang. Okay. That is the right move. I lied. Sorry, my brain didn't work there for a second. Alrighty, so this is a really solid set. Gligar is very obviously their answer to it. We get a little chip of Gligar though, we're home free. Gligar doesn't do amazingly against my team, stuff like Slowking or Hitmontop and Rotom, and everything can hit it pretty hard. I'm assuming they'll be Fizz Def. If they are, then a couple of my other mons are going to have a field day. But in the end, if we get a Sword Stance up, we can hit everything really, really hard. The reason we're adamant is because I think their Entei and Linoon, which are their base 100s, are going to be creeping our fastest mon closest to base 100, which is a base 91 Rotom. So we're creeping Entei and Linoon, creeping that. If they decide to be max speed Entei or Linoon, then yes, they'll outspeed us, which would suck. But I'm doing a little bit of aggressive creeping because Persona really needs the Adamant to be getting a lot of these key kills. I think it'll be worth it. Next we got a set I've been waiting to use the entire season. Choice Specs Swoosh. We haven't gotten to use Offensive Rotom yet. Here is the matchup to do it though. Linoon is their only Ghost Resist. Linoon also happens to have a terrible matchup in my opinion. Incineroar and Hitmontop both come in on it completely free. It gets outsped and killed by Persona and Bird is the Word. Sure, it can like knock off my Slowking or whatever, and it can outspeed and knock off Rotom, but we don't have any reason to stay in. Like, legitimately, Shadow Ball, Specs Shadow Ball is so insanely free versus their team. Like, their Spadef walls, like, sure, Registeel can take some, Gligar can take some, but if we fish for some Spadef drops, yeah, it ain't consistently taking them, and Registeel has to be a certain set in order to hit us. Like, they have to be running Toxic, and not so much a setup set, otherwise they just can't hit us. Additionally, we have Last Ditch Trick to give Uxie or Registeel or Gligar a Specs and take away whatever item they'd like to have and force them to commit to whatever setup they're doing. So overall, I think this is a really solid set. Then we just have Volt Switch and Thunderbolts, which honestly, those are only there in case they bring a Linoon, and also in case I want to get a kill on Blastoise. We don't need them that much. Really, it's just going to be all about that Ghost spam, which is super, super strong versus their team. Swoosh is going to be a really underrated defensive piece. The Specs core, them and Swellow, will be great. If Registeel is their main answer to Specs Rotom, well, guess what? That's their only answer to Specs Swellow. So they are going to get their asses beat down fast, which would be pretty great. Next we have Colberberry, Max Defense Slowking. No fancy EV spread because there wasn't really anything I needed to do, and also I need all that defense, man. This is our only real response defensively to Entei. So that's pretty much all it's there for. That is its focus. I'm guessing they might bring a Toxic variant of Entei, which I'm fine with. I'll deal with it. That we can deal with that because we can always teleport around. If they want to like sub up on us, then we can go into Bird is the Word and kill them that way. It's really not that hard. But yeah, Toxic, Psychic, Scald, Teleport. I was gonna have Future Sight, but I want to be able to 1v1 Toxic Croak and Psychic it. I might change it. I'm actually gonna change it to Future Sight because I added a mon to better take on Toxic Croak. In any case, that Colbur is just for knockoff. Future Sight is pretty decent against their team, especially if they don't bring Linoon, which I don't expect they will since it's not very good. Scald Burns are great against their team. Toxic is great against their team. Teleport just to get in my threats. This is literally just there for pivoting into my big mons. That's what I need to do, is just like last time, survive long enough to get in Swoosh, Bird is the Word, and Persona, and have them break through. Finally, we have the absolute GOAT of last match. I wasn't going to bring him, but I decided I had to. You know what? He is here again after his great victory. Riley O'Reilly, AV, Intimidate, same set. I know it's boring, but you know what? It's really good here. It serves as a backup check to Entei. It can wall Shell Smash Blastoise. It can take like some pretty decent hits even when it's at +2. It can take limited hits from Entei. It can beat down Registeel. It can 2KO Gligar with Axel. unless it roosts, but that's whatever. It is our main defensive answer to Toxicroak and also threatens it heavily with Earthquake. It's overall just a really solid mon. Not being able to hit Uxie or Appleton or Blastoise that well isn't great. It's not ideal, but I think it's fine since we have such strong breakers on the rest of our team, so I think it'll manage. This team builder's been running pretty long, so I'm going to wrap it up in a sec. But just to review, we're doing another pretty offensive game plan, so hopefully it'll be a pretty quick match, like a vaccine done and over with, and hopefully that that vaccine is a good one that boosts us up into finals instead of, you know, leaving us feeling icky for a couple days. That was a really weird metaphor, I don't know why I did that. But in any case, Noir, you have an incredible team. You have played incredibly so far. If I lose to you, I will go out feeling perfectly fine, but that's not my intention. I'm coming into this semifinals game with the full intention of bringing the heat and wrecking shop. If I see on that team preview you did not bring Linoon, Swoosh is going to have some fun. I see you didn't bring something like Appleton or Gligar, I'm going to be feeling pretty happy. Pretty much anyone on their team I would love to not see, which is pretty nice. In any case, I will see you guys at the match. Thank you all for watching so far. If you did, leave a comment, leave a like, leave a sub. And thank you for watching the channel so far if you've been staying up to date. It's been a crazy season. We are 9 videos in. This is number 10, and maybe we can finish it off on lucky number 11. Let's find out. Hello. We are here with the semi-finals for the Forge. We made a couple changes to our team. We added some special defense to our Slowking, and we replaced Lycanroc with a Piloswine because I thought it got Ice Fang, but it didn't. So just to cover, we couldn't cover Gligar, so I decided the Ham would be more useful. So here we go. No Linoon is really nice. Very nice indeed. And so we're just going to lead off with Rotom, honestly. I wouldn't have it any other way. Let's see where they go with. How much is a Rotom Frost doing to us? It's not killing. And we're doing half. So I'm gonna click. I think I'm gonna click Shadow Ball, honestly. Sorry, my mic didn't work there for a second. I got no reason to click anything but Shadow Ball here, I think. They could. I'm expecting a Volt Switch or a Will-O-Wisp just because, I mean, I should probably go into the Hammer Meowser. I just want to save those mons. And also they really have no switch-ins, so why the hell not go for this? If they want to go Gligar or Registeel, it'll take great chip. So we outspeed and we do 63%. They go for a Willow. So we are burned. Being burned does not matter, and now we are going to click another Shadow Ball and get some huge damage off. 63 means they are offensive, so I would expect them to save this just because it's pretty fast and pretty darn good versus a lot of my team. They are not Scarfed, which is really good for Swellow. It also means, I don't know if they have a Scarfer, just because the rest of their team isn't very great at Scarfing. Let's see how much we're doing here. 35? No Spadef drop. Okay. I would expect them to go for a knockoff here. Which is why I think I'm going to go into my Slowking, take the knockoff with my Culver. Maybe they'll go for a Roost here. I don't want to lose my Avion Hitmontop, and I definitely don't want to lose my Eviolite, so I think Slowking is the best play. Knockoff is doing next to nothing to us. Yeah, Slowking's the play. And then we can throw off a Future Sight. which they do have Registeel and UC for, but they'll have to play pretty carefully around. That damage on Rotom Frost was really nice. And the more I think about it, the more I'm thinking, when I get in Slowking, I might just want to throw off a, what do you call it, a Scald, to make sure they don't go into Rotom. Go for a Roost. Okay, so I guess I could have gone Pylo. Oh no! We replaced Scald with Future Sight. That's pretty bad. Alright, so I think they are full Spadef Gligar. That's a weird choice, but whatever. Throw off a Future Sight here is definitely the play. Shit. Not having Scald is actually pretty huge. Like, really huge. And I'm really mad at myself for it. But it's okay. We'll deal with it. Right now, I'd say my game plan is if I can get in stuff like Incineroar, that'd be pretty sweet. I'm going to go for a Teleport here. I'm expecting them to go for a Toxic, but I don't mind getting a Toxic on this thing, to be honest. Like, it's not ideal, but we're not really going to be coming in and walling stuff. We don't have Slack Off on this particular set. We're more of a pivot. So we send in Meowser here. Future Sight activates this turn. So I honestly would rather click Flare Blitz than anything else, just for, in case they stay in to try and be cheeky and tank it. Which they honestly can't really do that well. I could even go for a Flame Charge, actually. Knockoff is probably the better play. Let's see how much their attack might be doing to us. It might do half, which is a lot, I'll admit. I'd rather knock off their lefties. I'm going to go for a knockoff here. I feel like... See, I just want to cover Gligar coming in. I'm going to click knockoff. They do stay in. I should have gone for the Flare Blitz. They go for a big body press. You know what? This chip is huge for Swellow. There's no way they stay in here. They would have to be crazy, in my opinion. Swellow is getting pretty close already to just absolutely going through their team, which is really nice. Let's see how much full Spadef Gligar takes from Boomburst. It doesn't take it. So, yeah, I'm going to go for a U-turn. I could go for a Flare Blitz instead, actually. Let me check how much we're doing to a... Actually, do I want to go for Flare Blitz here? I feel like I'm going to get every play wrong in this damn battle, but I'm going to go for Flare Blitz anyway. Yeah. See how much we do. 43. 43... So that's right for the right range. So how much did they take? 35? They took... 35 is in the right range for Spadef Gligar. They might still... Let's see. How much speed do they need to be creeping my Incineroar? They don't need that much. The fact that they're Toxic Body Press makes me think they are not Rest on Registeel, so I'm going to click... I kind of want to click Knockoff here. I know I'd be losing a big Uxie answer, but I think I'm fine with that. I'm going to click Knockoff. Oh, sorry, man. Now they are a no Eviolite Gligar, which is pretty nice. We also know that we outspeed, which is pretty sweet. And it's a roll to kill them. So, I'm going to go for a U-turn. I'm going to save Meowser. 100%. Why the hell not? Actually, I don't know what they go into here. They might go Entei. They stayed in. They probably went for a Roost, I'll be honest. Go into Grimsby. I'm gonna throw off a future sight, just cause no reason not to, really. Let's see. They go for Yuxi. So, I don't know what the hell Yuxi is really gonna threaten me with, so I'm gonna click teleport here. Actually, let me check Yuxi's learn set, because I might actually want a Toxic here instead. Does get Energy Ball. Let me check if, like, a Specs Yuxi Energy Ball would kill us, because it could. I hope you guys are enjoying the Stone Ocean soundtrack, by the way. Yeah, no way, that's not doing it. So, I'm gonna click Toxic. Hope you guys are enjoying the soundtrack, though. New season just came out. Absolute bars. Soundtrack is pretty nice, I'm liking it. And the show is just, you know, I'm a JoJo fan, sorry, I'm a degenerate. I do think I'll turn it down just a little, though. You know, I love the music, but if they go Registeel here, that's fine. Then I just feel pretty comfortable clicking Teleport. I think we're already setting up decently well for a Spello endgame, especially knowing that Rotom is not Scarfed. Rotom's also going to be really good at breaking. Thing is, the fact that Incineroar is so low is really unfortunate because it just means our answers to our physical threats are much less prevalent, which is a big factor, I will admit. 100%, not afraid to admit it. Go for a knockoff. Okay, our Colbert activates. 16. So I think they might be... Yeah, they're neutral on attack. Huh. They might have, like, Drain Punch for Incineroar, I'm starting to think. I would teleport, but I think they might U-turn, and getting that low would be pretty bad. I kind of want to just hard switch. But what into, really? I think we're offensively doing so alright here. Go for that, okay. So, I'm curious. How much are we doing to Yuxi? A lot of its health. I'm going to click Shadow Ball here. I am pretty confident I'll outspeed, and I'm pretty Knock is, you know, not something I love taking on this Mon. The damage isn't cool, but I mean, they don't have a switch in, so they pretty much just have to knock us here, which is super cool. I think unless something very strange happens, we're about to get a KO versus their team, which is what I need. I really want to start just breaking through. I think if they're just max HP, this is actually a roll to kill, which is pretty darn funny. I'm interested to see what they go into here, though. Blastoise and Gligar might be the play. Even Entei, if they're feeling really bold, they could go Registeel, but that's basically stacking it, which means Swellow is going to really, really go in. Overall, team's working decently, but Incineroar and Slowking being so weakened isn't my favorite thing in the world. But despite that, I think we might be in an okay spot. Getting in Rotom is so nice. They do live, they're probably going to go for a knockoff here. Yep, that's fine. So we don't have specs now, so we're not even really doing that much to Gligar, which is alright. No Eviolite? Gligar, sorry. I'll click Shadow Ball anyway, just fish for a Spadef drop on Gligar. Either way, eliminating Yuxi is really, really, really good. And also, Swoosh still has a few turns left in him. And more importantly, the Swellow endgame is looking better and better and better by the moment. Yeah, I'm expecting the Gligar switch, which is fine. swoosh is valid. They did amazingly well. Such big damage swoosh. Did 2/3 of the Rotom. 80% of the Uxie. Told us a lot about the Gligar. You're probably gonna go down, but you deserve a good rest, man. I honestly think unless they go hard Gligar, they do go hard Gligar. Okay. Can we get a Spidef drop? 33. No Spidef drop. That's fine. I'm gonna click Shadow Ball, honestly. Fish for a Spidef drop. And honestly, I don't want to go into anything else. Let's see how much Swell's doing, by the way. Yeah, Shadow Ball. Can we get a Spidef drop? Spidef drop, please. Before you die? That's fine. I'm sorry they don't have knock on this Gligar, which is pretty cool. They don't really have great resistances to Piloswine at this point in time. They're also at full health, so they can't roost. So I think this is a pretty free play. I could be crazy and go for a Stealth Rock, or a Toxic, or an Earthquake. But I feel like Ice Cold Crash is pretty free. We get to find out a little bit about their Blastoise if that's what they want to go into. I'm going to click Ice Cold Crash. Entei is not an answer to this at all. Rotom, yeah. Rotom is very annoying, but I'll manage versus their Rotom. Yeah, getting burns on my team is pretty darn easy for them, which does suck. Rotom, Frost. They do go Rotom. Okay. I don't see any reason why they don't click Willow here. I don't want to sack and Sin, though. I don't want to get burnt. Or I don't want anything else getting burnt. And I feel like going Swellow is a little bit too risky, since Swellow gets absolutely destroyed. That's Slowking, yeah. Yeah, Swellow gets destroyed. I don't want to throw away my biggest threat, but I don't want to throw away Incin. But do I need Incin? No, I don't. I'm going Incineroar. It's not my favorite play to make, in all honesty. I want to calc something real quick. Yeah, I'm going Meowser. I know we're going to be off to an early 4-0 position, which isn't great. I don't like it, and Rotom might Volt Switch here, and they might be able to come in again on my team. But I mean, oh, man, no Scald on Slowking hurts, but I think this is still definitely winnable. I think the Swellow endgame is still possible. I need to double check how much we're doing to Entei with Boom Burst. Chance to kill, so we just need a little chip, maybe. Unless they're a more defensive set, though. Which is definitely possible. Okay. Let's see. I feel like they're gonna Volt Switch here. I really do feel that. Oh, man, but I don't want to risk Piloswine getting burnt. I don't want to risk that at all. Fuck. See, these are the types of plays you have to make in playoffs, though. Do I want to go for it and risk? I'm risking too much. I know playing safe might lead to me losing this, but if that's yeah, I guess that's not how I want to go out. What am I talking about? Damn it. I'm going crazy. I wish they would just make a move so I could get stuck in whatever I'm doing. Because then, at least I'm going on my own damn convictions. Whew. Yeah, I don't want to sack Meowser, but Meowser, the sack is my best choice. Frick. Shit. Let's see, the Volt Switch. They go for Will-O-Wisp. I definitely don't outspeed them, but I don't care. I'll just click U-turn here. If they magically are slow, then I can pivot around. Let's see. Rotom Frost. Yeah, Volt Switch is always killing. Just U-turn for the sake of it. Okay. I'm just thinking about things. I really, really, really want to get some chip on Gligar. If they're like secretly Scarf Rotom, I'm gonna be so... That'd be a really good play. And that would also mean that going Meowser was a really good play. If they switch out here, then I'm assuming they're Scarf, but... Scarf Will-O-Wisp, they'd have to be crazy. They actually could be feinting that. They honestly could be. I could see them doing it. You know, that's the type of crazy shit you gotta do. They do switch out! That is so interesting. I think Swellow is about to come in and do its job, though. Gligar. With no Eviolite. With full Spadef. Okay, no. Nope, I'm going into this. No reason to predict at all. Just going for an Icicle Crash. They want to get in Blastoise early. I'll go hard Hitmontop. Just want to see. Okay. Icicle Crash, yep. Entei, I don't think is their best choice at all. But really, Scarf Will-O-Wisp Rotom, I really got a lot of respect for that. Because I'm like 80% sure that's the set. But no. Never mind. Our Rotom outsped them. So that probably just means they're slow. What am I've been wasting my time on this. On this stupid thing which isn't even really happening. What the heck am I up to nowadays? They sack Uxie. Oh my god. Are you kidding me? This is so bad. Now they get a free freaking knockoff. I'm going Incineroar. Is what it is. Is what it is. You know what? It's fine. We've gotten decently lucky so far. I don't want to complain. I cannot complain. I have no right to. So, they want to click knockoff. I go Incineroar. And then I get a really big hit versus them. So, feel free. It's fine. It's fine. No reason to be any upset about it, even a little. Just go hard Incin. I don't even think a U-turn will kill us, if that's what they want to go for. And if they let us get into Incineroar for free, well, guess what? Then Incineroar gets to do its thing. Zoom a little more. Alright. Yeah, like I said. No reason. I don't want to count that as hacks. I got no reason to be mad about it. It is what it is, and that's the mindset you gotta have in Mons. Otherwise, why are you playing, right? They've been doing pretty darn well at keeping Swellow off the field so far. Just in terms of I don't want to send it out. Let's see what they go for. Knock off. Sweet! I mean, they're just gonna sack Uxie. Well, will they sack Uxie? Incineroar. I think I'm gonna U-turn. Because that definitely kills their Uxie. 1,000,000%. Do we outspeed? If they are no speed. Oh, we don't even outspeed. Okay, well, I don't know why I did all this then. But I'm gonna click U-turn anyway. Just for funsies. Right? Why the hell not? I probably should have checked that beforehand. I've been playing pretty sloppy. Hell yeah. I think they might be in swallow range, officially. Let's Eviolite. If they are max F, it's still a roll in my favor. I'm going swallow. If I get a really bad roll and then they live and click knock versus us, that is absolutely huge. But I don't think they have knock. Otherwise, they probably would have clicked knock off by now. They sack UC. That makes sense. I expect Registeel to come out here. In which case, I might go Hitmontop or maybe Slowking. We'll see. Either way, it's good to have one Mon down. A little less predicting. Earthquake is a lot more free versus them. It's an interesting match so far. About as tough as I expected. Bird is the word, collecting their hopefully first of many kills of the game. And Sin has been threatening them an awful lot for a Mon at, whatever, like 14%, which is pretty sweet. They go into this. I feel like Grimsby is pretty safe, but I don't want Grimsby taking too much chip. But I don't want... I'm going Grimsby. I think that's my best play. Grimsby is definitely the play. Grimsby. Because I don't think... There's no way they have anything to hit us. I don't think it's likely at all. They could be Seismic Toss. If they are, I'll take that. I'll see what they go for. Thunder Wave. And now I'm going to click Teleport very freely and get in something for free. It might be Hitmontop, might be Piloswine. Let's see. Hitmontop. Go for Rocks. Interesting moveset they have. I honestly think they're probably going to stay in and predict, but getting a Toxic on Rally O'Reilly, I'm okay with. I say tentatively. Like, I don't like it at all, but also, what do they go into instead? They want to stay and they want to Toxic us, that's fine, but they don't have a CC switch in, really. I'm going to click it Rapid Spin. They're probably going to Toxic us, but... honestly, they're just getting chipped down further and further and further and further into spell range, and keeping rocks off the field is far more important to me than anything else. Because it keeps Swallow out of extreme speed range, which is very big. It also lets us bring in Incineroar one more time. So, go ahead, man. Click that. They want to click Body Press versus us. It's not my favorite thing, but I'll take it. And then I'll click CC. Actually, Body Press would probably be better than Toxic. Body Press. Yeah, it does a lot, but we can take it just fine. I don't really see what they do here, though, which is very interesting. Like, they don't really... once we're at +1 speed, they don't really have a great answer to us. Especially since we are the Blastoise answer, which is the one Mon that can take hits decently well. Gligar, okay. And now I will, at +1, I should outspeed literally almost any Gligar spread. So I'm going to click Triple Axle. They're not going to be Helmet Entei or Helmet Blastoise. I would say there's basically no way of that personally. If they are, man, you got me. You deserve it. But, like, yeah, if I hit, like, 2 Axles, I easily kill them. So that's what I'm going to go for. And like I said, they want to try and go crazy and pivot around me. I would love to see them try. Sounds so toxic saying that out loud. And by the way, let's see. We do a good amount of damage to Entei. They do go Entei. Do we die? Are they helmets? They're not helmet, because they're not stupid. Yeah. I don't think I outspeed. I think I'm going to go Grimsby. We'll see what they go for. If it's like a banded crunch, that sucks, but like, go for a toxic. I can't say I'm surprised. I'm going to go for Future Sight. Uh-oh. I predicted Sub Entei, but Sub Entei does not like a little something called Swellow. There's Flamethrower. How interesting. Intriguing. I want to see, sorry, I gotta check how much they did to us. Lame, because I think they might be fully defensive. 12% into a Slowking. Oops, wrong stat. I'm being a fool today. Okay, so if they're doing that much, Swellow still takes a hit. So I'm going Swellow. I'm clicking Boom Burst. They want to go Registeel? Whatever. Fine. Go Registeel. I'd really like to get rid of Entei. And if they want to be some max HP hoo-ha, that's fine. I will take the Flamethrower, and they don't have E-Speed. Blastoise doesn't have priority. It is what it is. Cancel. I'll kick Boom Burst. Boom Burst it is. You can regain all that leftovers chip you want. You aren't killing me with a non-crit Flamethrower. Let's be honest, we both know it. So are you gonna figure that out? They wanna die to get 83% on us? Go for it. They take it. Go for a Flamethrower. No crit, no burn. Wunderbar! No extreme speed means I'm pretty much getting a kill now. And what does that chip do for you? I die to almost everything, and I outspeed and kill almost everything. I love Swellow so much, guys. You don't even know. I don't know why they are Oh, they're pressure. If they get me down to 7, let's see. 24. 24. So they got a good amount of defense, it looks like. But I'm definitely going to go Slowking here. Toxic Stall is a good bring versus me, actually. I will admit that. Being so low on Boom Burst PP, though, really sucks. That's good prep on their end. I'm gonna click teleport. 68, Jesus. So they are... What the hell? Are they specs? They're specs! Let me double check that. Jojo? Yeah, they're specs. Crazy, and that's a literal max roll for specs too. Oh my god. Specs Rotom Frost. Honestly, heat. I never thought I'd see the day. I'm kidding, it's a good set. Grimsby being low isn't my favorite thing in the world, but I mean, we're still getting ever closer to that Swellow endgame. I just need to make sure Hitmontop is able to 1v1 Blastoise. That is my #1 priority. And that Blastoise can't get in on something for free. I'd say that's my goal. Because Slowking still, or not Slowking, Blastoise can still take it. It's a scary mon. Oh my gosh, this match is running really long. Whew. I'm supposed to be somewhere pretty soon. But you know what? Opponent wants to calc, opponent gets to calc. I don't really have a problem with them going into anything here. In the meantime, how much should they take from Boomburst on the Entei? 85. Entei. Let's see, is that max HP? That might be max HP Entei. We'll see. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. You wanna know what's crazy? Entei. Entei. With Flamethrower. And Sin might be able to take one hit, I think. What HP is it at? 16? Yeah! Sin can take one hit from Entei, unless they roll high. That's super sweet. Ew, Gligar? I know we're running... I know I'm running low. I'm down to 8 out of 16, but let's think about this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have enough. I'm going into this. And I'm clicking Boomburst. And we get our next kill. Wonderful. Okay. This is going to be a really close endgame. I don't know if I'll make it through alright. I think it's down to, can Blastoise win? And I think there's a very high chance that Blastoise can win. There's no doubt about it. But I will do everything in my power to keep it from doing so. I'm trying to think of how this plays out in my head. So, I get a kill here no matter what. Or if I don't, then I'll get one next turn. What do they go? They go, I presume Registeel? I have to presume Registeel. Or maybe Entei. They could go Entei. That is also a possibility. In any case, it is what it is. They sack Rotom Frost. See, that's actually really sweet. I like that a lot. Of all mons to sack, that might be one of my favorites. You want to know why? First of all, Slowking can recover a lot more easily. Second off, Piloswine can click Earthquake for free. I get to go Slowking here, and what are they going to do about it? Literally, they have nothing they can do about it, and then I can get some free regen on this mon. Don't get me wrong, we're still in a very scary spot. I expect they could double into Blastoise? I mean, actually, I don't know if Blastoise is even in their play. Looking, let me make sure, by the way, that we're going to do the 25% we need to. We are. So, if they go Entei, then we're clicking Psychic. 100%. Like, there's no doubt about it. I forgot Entei. Entei with pressure. That's such a good bring versus me. But the more I'm thinking about it, the more I'm thinking a Hitmontop win is potentially in order here. Like, literally, I think it's all down to if we can keep Blastoise from setting up. But, I mean, damn, man. Piloswine being at full is really sweet. But, I mean, it still dies to Blastoise. That's the thing, is almost everything dies to Blastoise. It's just down to if we can get the chip we need to on it. I cannot let it set up, no matter what. That's all that matters. Oh, damn, that was actually a pretty fire play. Now we go for a teleport here because Slowking is broken and gets to click teleport for free on everything. And I mean, what do they do? What mon do they go into? They bring out Big Blastoise. Oh my god, Swellow's at that low. I didn't realize. We 100% bring out Hitmontop here. Hitmontop into Blastoise. $46. It might come down to their item and some rolls. Will it? Let me find out how much Slowking deals with Psychic. 31. Okay, so 31 plus... Is this really what I'm doing with my life? Hitmontop deals 43, so 43. And it deals hypothetical 12 from Rapid Spin. I think it's worth... Is it worth the risk? It's worth the risk. I'm doing it. God, this is going to be such a scary endgame. Okay. Click Rapid Spin and see where we go from there. We live any +2 hit pretty easily. So I think order of events. Worst case, we sack almost our whole team. Not kidding. That is very, very worst case. Worst below worst. Slowking with no Colbur. Let's see, are they White Herb? They aren't White Herb. How intriguing. That is really good, I think, depending on what it is instead. Like, Life Orb, I guess, would be pretty darn bad. I guess all we can do is click CC here. Surf, we take it. They're Life Orb. This might kill. They get one more hit off versus us. That is all. Riley, oh Riley, I could kiss you, man. You just pulled through so hard. But it's not over. That's very important to keep clear. I'm going to click Rapid Spin here. If they want to try and finesse me and switch, they can, but I mean, they have literally no reason to. Wow, they should have been White Herb. Okay, again, still not over. Still very, very much not over. Although, Piloswine might win. Piloswine might just win, now that I think about it. But, I don't want to think like that. No reason to think like I've already won. Man, oh my gosh, this is going to be terrifying. But I think we have a decent shot at it. I think this endgame is close. So, think about it this way. If Blastoise kills itself, I go Piloswine, I'm able to beat every single member of their team. Swellow can also endgame, potentially. Sin can maybe take a kill, but I think it might be just down to Piloswine trying to 1v1 their entire team. Which, yeah. Riley O'Reilly, dude, might be coming through 2 playoffs games in a row. Thank you, man. I'm thanking my digital creature. What a weird... Okay, never mind. You guys have been listening to the JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Stone Ocean theme for 45 minutes. Oh my gosh. Sorry about that. Okay. So, Blastoise is dead. That's kind of, you know, it figures. So, we go Piloswine here. And I think we might be able to pull out a win. They go Gligar. That's a wise play. You know, that's kind of what they had to do. Okay. I'm clicking Icicle Crash. I don't want to predict. No reason to predict at all. Why am I calcing? We kill Gligar. I know it. They want to go Entei. I don't think it matters. They go for a Roost. We're still going to 2KO you. That's right, 61, baby. If they want to try and PP stall us, whatever. Oh, I know what I should be doing. I'm going to click Stealth Rocks. Because that way Entei dies entry. So Entei doesn't even have a chance. And then if they want to defog it, then they die with Gligar, and then I click Earthquake Tyson win. Huge. Actually huge. Okay. The Ham might pull out another win for us. They go for the defog. So I think this means the Ham is about to clean up. I think Pilo is about to clean up their team. This might be a big Piloswine moment. Oh, dude, I want to kiss Hitmontop so bad. I love you so much, Riley O'Reilly. My favorite little Irish top. I don't know why I made it Irish, but fuck it, it's Irish, dude. Pardon my French. We should outspeed, unless they're running, like, an egregious amount of it. I don't think it matters, though. They can't PP stall us. Yes! Okay, there's no way they win now. We win. We're going to the finals, baby! Okay, they're gonna PP stall a little. But we're going to the finals. No! Yo. I know who our opponent is. I won't reveal that till next video. But, we are going to finals. We are going to finals, and we are gonna win this thing. This is gonna be our chip. Our very first league on the channel is gonna be our chip, dude. We are gonna take this. The Ham, Riley O'Reilly, dude, Swoosh, everyone did their job so well in this battle. Thank you guys if you watched through this entire battle. I know it was a long one. I'm really sorry about that. I will see you guys next week. Holy hell.